The characters and events depicted in this podcast is for mere entertainment. Any similarity to actual persons, living or dead, or going through their third surgery is purely coincidental. Listen at your own risk.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Somos the Next Generation. I feel like it's been quite a while since I've created another video. I believe 2 weeks ago was the second anniversary of this podcast, and I try to whip up something real quick for you guys to appreciate it and thank you all for being here for me, for being here for the podcast, and for those people who have been here with me or with us since day one. So thank you for that. I did plan to create a second episode to premiere alongside that episode, but one thing led to another, and I wasn't really able to create it. But I hope you guys did enjoy it, and welcome back to another week of Somos the Next Generation. This time I do have a couple stories whipped up. I'm not entirely sure how my time will help me out. I wasn't able to record last week. Some things just kind of interfered and didn't really give me a chance to create anything. So I will get to that shortly. But hopefully I can create 2 episodes for this week, and it'd be kind of awesome. That way we kind of catch up. We're mid-October now. I think we've been back for 2 months now, 3 months now, I think since July. So that's super awesome. I think I made it. I'm making it work somehow. So I'm super excited. This is episode 28 from Somos the Next Generation. So this is great, from 3rd season. So anyways, guys, this, if you guys remember clearly, 2 years ago, the first couple of episodes of the podcast, I did talk about, and we broke it down in 3 parts, about a Miami trip we had made. So that was 2 weeks ago, and guess what, guys? Today, I'm making a Miami episode, calling it El Regreso. I went back to Miami. That's where I was out there for a week now, and I just came back a couple days ago. But that's what I want to talk about in this episode. I want to talk about my Miami experience this time, and how it differentiated from the 2 years ago and the episodes we created 2 years ago. Of course, 2 years ago, those episodes that we created and that I broke it down in 3 episodes, there was a lot to talk about. There was Lady Tendencias out there. There was a bunch of friends out there, and there was a bit of juice, extra juice that I can get from that and create 3 long episodes, and that was super awesome. I mean, this time there's not much of juiciness or juicy drama. This time there was no juicy drama. Well, there was just a little bit, but I think I'm gonna talk about that in a whole different episode. I was trying to write down my notes here, and 2 of the things that I've talked about or written about this episode created 2 more episodes. So that's super awesome because I will have more to talk. I think I have 5 episodes in line, so there's still 5 more episodes for the season, and I'm super excited for that. That means another month of episodes. Anyways, guys, so Miami. I love going to Miami. This time I got an Airbnb out in Ocean Drive, which I normally try to stay out in Ocean Drive, just because the beach is right up there, and the building where I was, there was a pool up there. So this time I did try to go to the beach at least once or twice. I did try to use the pool once or twice. But sometimes, the weather kind of became a bit of an issue. Kind of, not necessarily. But, the trip began kind of in Dallas, which I need to make a trip to Dallas soon. It was the first time I tried out the restaurant out there called Ojos Locos, and I loved it. That restaurant, I fell in love with it. The food, the ambiance, the environment, like just everything about it. Everything was just super cool, and I would have loved to stay much longer and just get shit faced there. Just kidding. I wouldn't have gone at shit faced. I wouldn't want to get kicked out. Anyway, I did love that restaurant, so I do want to go back to it. So hopefully, I make a Dallas trip soon. Maybe something in the next couple months. While I recuperate just a little bit from this trip. That's where it all began because I did choose a really really long flight, and that's one of the things about Miami. The trip, and even Dallas. It's a bit of a 5 hour flight. Excuse me. It's a bit of a 5 hour flight, but this time I did get a good deal in the flights. But with good comes bad, and it was cheap. But it was a really really long flight, which of course going to Miami it gave us the opportunity to land in Dallas and kind of go out there for a sec and eat at that restaurant. So I do appreciate that, but it's just very tiring, and we didn't end up landing to Miami until like midnight. We actually landed in Fort Lauderdale and kind of stayed nearby in the meantime. But yeah. So day one for me in Miami. Of course, unfortunately, my check-in for the Airbnb wasn't until 4 p.m. So I wasn't I wasn't given the chance to do much before that. Thankfully, the checkout in the previous hotel where we stayed at, was 1 p.m. So it gave me a bit of a, playing game there. But when we got to the front desk to check in, and left our luggage in the meantime, it began to pour, and it poured for like two whole hours. It was, you know what? This might sound like a coincidence, and kind of like just a pure, sure that's where you decided to find cover. So we were walking. I actually bought some ponchos. I bought an umbrella because I said fuck it. I'm here in Miami. I'm not gonna let this rain ruin it. So it was a small storm that kind of lasted about an hour and a half, but that's how Miami is. That's how Florida is. You get random rains here and there, but it did pour, and we were walking, and I saw a stand that said bottomless mimosas for $20, and I'm like, you got me. That's where I'm staying. So in the meantime, I kind of stayed there and kind of enjoyed the rain with some mimosas. But you know what? Overall, the trip was nice. I hadn't gone on a vacation in quite a while, so I was really, really, really looking forward to just getting out of town, being out there. It wasn't much of getting shit faced or going out to the clubs or going out, but it was just more of I wanted to be away from work, just give myself a little vacation. So for the most part, the vacation was super, super dope. It was super relaxing, super nice. The room where we stayed at was super chill. Had a very, very small balcony, but you would still be able to see the beach from there, so that was nice. The only thing about the trip that I could have changed just a bit, and this is also gonna break into a different episode, so I'll probably talk about it in the following episode or something. I don't know, but here's the thing. So we, from the many times that we've gone to Miami, we've encountered people, we met people, we create some sort of friendships out there, and that's super cool because when you go to a different location, like, hey, let's kick it, let's hang out and whatnot. But I think I made a huge mistake inviting this friend over to hang out, in a sense, because this guy just decided to stay with us for almost the entire trip. It wasn't until Dana was like, hey, let's give them some space. I think it's time for you to like go home. So this guy lives in Miami. He doesn't live too far from where we're staying at. So, but that wasn't the issue. Look, I'm super super nice. Okay, of course. My only issue was that he was there, but he wasn't there. So he was just. I know people go through a lot of shit through their lives and whatnot, but I was just listening to him, and I think I listened to his issues like 1,000 times, and not just that. I might sound like a cheap ass or whatnot, but I do have a budget. I have this, other budget to help out too. And I don't know, he was just he was present, but he wasn't present. And when he was, like, he would just be on his phone, and like he would be, calling and like trying to solve his issues. But it's like buddy, like, we're inviting you to be out and about with us, yet you're here just trying to solve your issues or your problems or your personal problems. You're on the phone for the most part, and it's just like, so. But anyway, the first night, like, I did invite him out, and he was like, "Hey, like, let's go out. We can go to Twist or whatever." But that was that. I don't know. Maybe I had to be just a little more straightforward and be like, "So, when are you heading out?" I mean, it was cool, staying a night over, staying 2 nights over. Fuck it. But then at some point, you're like, get the hints, like, get the hint, or just be a little more realistic, or use common sense. Like, okay, hey, like, it was kind of whole. I'm gonna go home. I'll be home in the meantime. Just shoot me a text when I hang out again or whatever. But no, it was just like he was just there, and we were like, okay, so we are not in the mood to do anything right now. So, and then I think, that's one of the things that I want to talk about in an episode. Something I want to call independency, I guess. And this will relate to that. So I'll get to that in more depth. One of the reasons why I wasn't able to record it was also because of that. Because I did have my plans to record out there. It would have been super awesome to have the beach right behind me and be recording that. But I was not able to. So that kind of sucked, and that plan kind of ruined. But I think in a sense it was kind of my fault. But I'm just really nice, and a little stupid sometimes. But anyway, that's one of the reasons why I wasn't able to record, because he was in the living room for the most part, and it's like, so how do I say this? Could you go home? Just kidding. But yeah, the trip in a sense was super super chill. It was super relaxing. I did go to I went to the beach twice, kind of when the sun kind of went down a little bit. I didn't want to get sunburned, so it was super nice to just be out there, listen to music, just listen to the waves of the ocean. Open up a bottle here. Some beer, some White Claw. So everything was super chill. I did go out to the bars out there. I went to my go-to bar, which is Twist, which is just literally around the corner. It is the Splash of Miami, in a sense, quote unquote. But I was just in the mood to kind of chill. Just enjoy the music out there, enjoy the vibes, enjoy the people. Open a can of beer, just drink it, enjoy the music, just chill, and I think I achieved that. I was able to achieve that. I was able to just enjoy the trip in a sense, and it's nice. It was nice. of course, there was a couple of things that I couldn't fix. I did also went to the pool upstairs, but during the time that we decided to go to the pool, there was a storm coming a long way, and you can see because the clouds were just getting really dark. And you can just see it. So you can see the storming just coming in. So we're like, okay, we gotta go. We gotta leave the pool. You know. So that's when I kind of decided to, give the hint a little bit, like, hey, are you gonna go home? Like, I know, we just wanted some, just alone time and just like some chill time, like just sit there on the couch and just watch TV. Watch La Rosa de Guadalupe. Just kidding. But he did invite us, like, hey, yes, let's go to my house. Let's go on the bus, let's go to the house, I'll make up some food or whatever. And I'm like, I was just, honestly, I'll be honest, I wasn't really in the mood to go anywhere else. Yeah, I mean, it could have been cool and whatnot to go somewhere else in a sense, but I wasn't feeling it, and that's the part where I think he should have gotten the hint that it was time for him to go, because I also mentioned, I think I was honest and straight up and said, hey, how about for the concert? Let me mention the concert in a second. But for the concert, there was a concert on Saturday. It was the iHeartRadio Music Festival, Música Latina, Festival de la Música Latina, something like that. There was Becky G, Farruko, Nicky Jam, Mike Towers, Jay Cortez, creo. Y el otro, ¿cómo se llamaba este güey? Manuel Turizo. Y Manuel Turizo también. So, excuse me. So, la neta, el concierto estuvo chido. Pero bueno, le estaba dando esas, I was just giving him those hints, like, hey, on Saturday we're gonna go to this concert, wink, wink, like, it's repuro reggaeton, you don't like reggaeton. So, and then we were like, you know what, afterwards, after we go to the concert, like, we're gonna head out to Azúcar, which is a nightclub out there, in Miami, I think somewhere East Miami or something, I don't recall really. And that was our go-to, but he kept like, hey, you know what, why don't we just go to Twist, I mean, it's nearby. And we were like, well, we had made plans to go to Azúcar. So I did tell him, like, hey, it's all cool, if you don't want to go to Azúcar, that's fine. I know it might be a little, because of the transportation issue, whatever, it could be a little troublesome. But, maybe, we'll just meet up at a different time. Maybe we hang out on Thursday or something like that. But no, I mean, the guy decided to stay there. He went out to Twist. He came back to the room. It was like 5 a.m. We were like, oh, he's back. Great. So, I don't know. So, I mean, it's just one of those things where you just kind of stop and thinking, like, hey, I think it's time for me to go home. Maybe I'll just come back. I don't know. Anyways, the concert was super dope. I loved where we sat down. I really, really enjoyed it because just around the corner was the restroom, and just across the restroom there was a bar. So I can listen to the song, I can listen to the concert, I can pee in peace, and I can drink in peace. So it was super great. I enjoyed the concert. It was super upbeat. I did wish Becky G would have sang a little more, two more upbeat music to just get the people going. But Enrique Iglesias was honored there. I think he put everybody to dance, and it was super cool. I think it just reminded me of when Jennifer Lopez went 2 years ago, a year ago, something like that. And he also kind of put she also kind of put everybody to kind of dance and like just have a great time. The concert was dope, to be honest. It might be one of the highlights of the trip. So I'm looking forward to go back. But as of now, yeah. So that was my Miami trip, guys. I gained a few pounds. Just kidding. It was a lot of alcohol involved, and thankfully, because I tend to like get a stomach ache at some point. I'm like, oh, I can't drink it anymore, and then I'm just a bit of a party pooper for the rest of the trip. But this time, thankfully, I didn't have that stomach ache. I was able to kind of chill, but I was, I was trying to also kind of like limit myself in a sense, hey, like take it cool, just enjoy it, just enjoy yourself, enjoy the trip, enjoy the fact that you're out and about, that you're in Miami, you're by the beach, you're by the ocean, whole different vibes, super chill, like fuck it, And I think for the most part, I try my best to enjoy it for me, for myself, and I hope everybody else did too. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to me. I think this video went a little longer than I was planning to, maybe just a minute or two longer. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please check out the rest of the season. We're up to 28 episodes now with this one, so check them all out. I know I've been super bad in promoting the video, so I will promise you that I will start sharing them again. Since I'll start sharing from the time we came back on air, I'll just start sharing them, like, hey, check it out, blah 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 blah. Even on Instagram, I haven't really been active there, and it sucks. I think this is quite a repetitive story now. That the fact that I just haven't been able to I guess talk and record. I haven't even done lives either. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to me. I do appreciate it. And just stay tuned for another episode. Thank you so much, and I will be back. See ya.